And today on Have a Knife Day, let's talk about kukris. Now this is a recent release from Columbia River Knife and Tool, CRKT, which is based out of Oregon. This comes from their Forged by War series. The caveat of the Forged by War series is that all of its designers have served in the military. So they bring their military experience into the designs, just like this one right here. So when we look at this handle, for those of you who are in the know and have purchased other knives from Mr. McGlon in the past, we will notice that it shares the same handle design as this. This is the Clever Girl. This is what it all started out for me. Now, mind you, this one has been modded by Mr. Tom Veff with Veff Serrations, but we could see the similarities in the handle design. The contour, just like this thing so much. Sorry, I digress. All the contouring, the three-hole design. Now, mind you, this one does have a lanyard hole at the end of the handle, whereas this one does not, because this one is an impact device. You can easily put a lanyard through here. And this is a gorgeous blade. I really enjoy it. Hey, Mr. Rexu, will the coating come off? If you use this hard, you're darn straight it eventually will. There's the name of the maker right there. But the blade designs on these, fantastic. Just love it. Just love it. So the Clever Girl Kukri, put that right here. And I do have another knife from Austin McGlon. And this is the Rakashan, because he was in the 101st Airborne Division during Iraq, and his unit was known as the Rakashans. The Rakashan, what does it mean? It means men jumping out of airplanes with umbrellas. There you go. And we'll take a look at the Rakashan here real quick. We will see that there is some similarities to a certain extent between the Rakashan, the Clever Girl, and the Clever Girl Kukri, the three-hole design. This one does not have an impact device on it, even though it is a full tang. But we also see that it has the 3 holes. There you go. Oh, and yes, modified with Veff serrations. You cannot necessarily buy them like that, but you can send them into Mr. Veff to have them done. So, now let's talk about Austin McGlon. Austin McGlon, location Columbus, Georgia, years designing 4. There are those who fight with knives. There are others who design them. And then there's Austin. Having served in the 101st Airborne Division in Iraq, and as a street cop in Columbus, Georgia, he knows that a knife has to work as both a weapon and a tool. As part of the Forged by War program, he applied his skills as both a combat vet and knife maker to develop the Clever Girl, not to mention a new way to bring his fellow soldiers home. When asked about his design philosophy, he'll tell you that if a knife is ugly but effective, it's not ugly, it's perfect. So one of the wonderful things about CRKT's Forged by War program is that when you buy one of them, a portion of the proceeds goes to a charity of the veteran's choice. So for Austin McGlon, in the case of the Clever Girl Kukri, that is known as the Ultimate Hunt. It is an outdoor association for true heroes, Incorporated, or Oath Incorporated, is a faith-based nonprofit organization that utilizes various outdoor activities centered around faith, family, and community to improve the quality of life for eligible veterans. So not only do you get a fantastic blade, but you get to help out our country's veterans. At the end of the day, we look out for each other, and the country says thank you by helping out its programs. So one of the things I like to do when I show a kukri is to show a kukri from Nepal. For me, kukris come from Nepal. And this design here is manufactured by Kukri House. One of the owners' name is Sanjay. I've talked to him several times on Facebook and what have you, and I bought this from him. and I wanted to show you the differences between what would be considered, at least by me, to be a traditional kukri shape. Now, mind you, this one is a little different. This one was made in reaction to a request from a Ghurka serving in Afghanistan. The traditional kukris come with a black leather sheath and a black water buffalo horn handle. But that was clashing with their uniforms, and the environment in Afghanistan is more arid. Okay, with that in mind. So the different colored sheath, we'll see that the retention method. So this would fit between a belt loop to keep it from sliding back and forth. We'll take a look at the blade shape. That is called a chora. I'll let you argue about its intent and purpose from there. So instead of water buffalo, it has a light colored wooden handle. There is a swell. It aids in retention, because this is a definitely more substantial blade. So that swell there, and it flares out here. So when you go to use it, it curves into the palm of your hand, aiding in retention. So look at how thick the spine is on this. Somewhere there is a vehicle missing a leaf spring. Is it sharp? Yes, it is sharp. Not as sharp as this. So let's take a look at it side by side. And we'll see that this is a lot smaller compared to the Nepalese kukri. Needless to say, it does not have a chora, because we're taking something that was inspired by a kukri and brought over here. So you're not going to see a chora. We'll see that the handle design is completely different. I think it's, when you couple the blade shape, the size, the handle shape, this is very, very nimble in your hand. These are both intended to be doing not only camp chores, but also to be used against the enemy. Okay, Al-Qaeda, yada, 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 what have you. So this goes from helping you make a hooch to helping to defend your life. That's right. And once again, show you the comparison of the thickness. This has more of a belly, kind of like me. But I always wanted to give you an understanding, a comparison to what could be considered a traditional Nepalese kukri. So I'm going to tell you a little bit about this. This has a high carbon tempered steel blade. Steel hardness, spine is 25 Rockwell. Belly is 46 Rockwell. Edge is 55 Rockwell. Buffalo leather scabbard. This has an indigenous light colored wood from India handle. One small knife and one sharpener. I'm not going to show you those. I don't feel it's relevant to this. And of course from Sanjay and Kukri House. So what do you think? Pretty cool, huh? So this one, so very light. And this would be perfect for you to take out into the woods to help you to set up a camp, do some wood processing, feather sticking, whatever. And if you need to defend yourself, this is going to do it for you. So thank you so much for spending time with me today. Please do like, share, comment, and subscribe. I really do appreciate it when you do. Nothing says thank you for your service than subscribing to my channel. That's right. And as always, have a nice day.
We will parachute all the guns of the force. Get ready. Airborne from skies of blue. Ready, look, we're coming. Make your jumps and take your bows today. Let's go, put on your boots. Your jumping boots, your parachute. Your parachute, get all those gliders ready to attack today. Hook up or we'll be gone. Warrior check into the dawn. At station time to fight them all. The 82nd way.